morning. Good morning. Hey Yada, how you doing? Yada, we might need you this weekend. You available to help us out? Nikki's sick. Alright, Mayor Oxenhill. ICB. Oh, Shelby. Majority Andretti, what's up? Tammy Green, good morning. Good morning, y'all. Come on in here. We just getting started. Welcome to the Black Ass Bunch. If this is your first time in here, you are on Joe Clair Live, where you say get your black ass up, and you are part of the Black Ass Bunch. Hey, Dolores. If it's anybody's first time here, raise your hand. Good morning. We do not tolerate, or we tolerate all kinds of shit over here. Just know, if you jump out there, I'm lighting niggas up today. I'm not having it. Anybody who jump out there is catching it today, so good morning. We joned a nigga out for 35 minutes yesterday morning. We let this nigga have it for 35 minutes yesterday morning. You understand me? What up, Walter Campbell? How's it going? Good morning. Welcome to Joe Clair Live. This is Joe Clair and the Black Ass Bunch. If it's your first time, wave to the new people. If you new, say hello to the Black Ass Bunch. You see the Babs? See where it say good morning, Joe and Bab? Bab is for the Black Ass Bunch. And if you over here, y'all know the song. Do y'all know this song? This how this song go. Get your black ass up. Wake your black ass up. You better get your black ass up. Yeah, wake your black ass up. Joe Clair in the morning time. What y'all doing? Get your black ass up. And the white people too. How you doing? You better get your black ass up. Hey, Shanova and Beth. How you doing? Get your black ass up. Hey, Charlie and Joe. Derek Saunders. You better wake your black ass up. I see the mayor Oxy here. She'll be here. Wake your black ass up. Get your black ass up. You better wake your black ass up. Alright, good morning, everybody. Tell Pixie I said good morning and I miss her right back, Beth. Tell her I said hello. Oh, let me turn the music down some, I'm sorry. Keisha Ford, my black ass is up. That's right, we up. Kev, how's it going this morning? Good to see you, good brother. Yes, yes. Everybody, good morning. Cool Breeze Johnson, good morning. How you doing? Get your black ass up. She said, boy, you crazy. You knew. I've been crazy. I've been like this for a long time. Get your black ass up. So, L, Cool Breeze Johnson, good morning. Welcome to the Black Ass Bunch. There's a bunch of people in here who have known me since high school and college. And they are here every morning. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my YouTube page. If you're watching on Facebook, just share this with people and let them know we over here doing grown and crazy first thing in the morning. In about 2 minutes, I got something called the Moment of Clarity, where we get some motivation and some positivity going for the day. I do a little bit of positivity and feeling good first thing in the morning. Let me show y'all some real shit right here. This is, y'all remember these? Who still got their iPod? Can y'all see it? Who still has their iPod? Nevada, I know I had this on yesterday. I decided to wear it again. Hey, Monica, I like this hoodie. And I took it off as soon as I got off. Who still got their iPod? This was my dad's iPod, and it is a 160 gig iPod. And just a minute ago, I was looking at it, and a picture of Mahalia Jackson came up on this jump. It had Mahalia Jackson. My pop's got all kinds of, and I'm touching it. Look, I'm touching the screen, trying to make the screen do stuff, and it don't do nothing. But this still plays. I keep it plugged up and charged at all times, and it sits right here. This was my dad's. Rest in peace, Pop. I love you, man. Anyway, did anybody see my tweet from the other day? I'm gonna put this tweet up, and then we're gonna get to we're gonna get to a moment of clarity in 2 seconds. So, anybody see my tweet the other day? I was talking to somebody the other day, and I swear, I smelt when the COVID left their body trying to get into my body. I smelt it. I smelt the COVID. Trying to get, I was sitting there, we was at the show, and I was talking to niggas, and they was talking. And ever since the pandemic, and you've been wearing a mask, you notice when somebody breath enters into your space now, right? And I smelled this nigga breath, and I was like, COVID. COVID. I said, nah, man, you ain't getting me. Tell the truth. Now that you've been wearing a mask, don't you notice people breath now? Even my wife. When she get too close, hold up, man. You too goddamn close. Too much. What's wrong? Too much of your germs coming this way, and I don't know where you been lately. When the last time you seen your OBGYN? I know the ladies. That don't have nothing to do with breath. It does in some cases. Your daughter spent the weekend, what you said she got strep throat. She works at a daycare. Oh, okay. She got lady. You gotta tell her to lay down. Yeah, you be noticing that janky ass breath, don't you, Nevada? You heard me, Monica. You heard what I said. All right, let's get into a moment of clarity. I don't, if I need to offer a Tic Tac or toilet paper to some of these motherfuckers. Hold on. Hey, John, is this you? Hold up, John. This ain't you from yesterday, is it? On YouTube. John, did you? Is this John from Minnesota? Is that you, John, from Minnesota? Is that you? You let me, hey, y'all. John is a chameleon. Boy, if you don't get your... So anybody who was watching the show yesterday, this is my good brother, John. John is sitting right here. He looks like a loan officer. He looks like he can help you in whatever profession it is that he does. This other John right here, we joned him out for 35 minutes yesterday. But this is the real John. Well, both of them is the real John. That's just him with the beard. This is him without the beard. Now, I've seen this picture a million times, and John, I ain't know that you was the other guy, too. John. I ain't know that was you. Hey, John, my bad. I ain't know that was you. Because I'm used to this picture. All right, so this picture right here, I didn't know who that was. Listen, bruh. I didn't know who that was. However, I know this one right here. You've been coming here for every day. I know this picture right here. Hey, John, my bad, man. I didn't know that was you, man. I did not know that you was him and him at the same time. Right here, John, you look like you have great sense. You look like you go to church and everything else, but if you have to, you'll smack the shit out of somebody. Right here, however, you look like, how do you find your way back in my life on your way to a Kim show? So, my bad, John. My bad, John, man. Much love, bruh. Much love, much love. Yeah, you was off work yesterday and logged into Facebook. Oh, man, much love, John. All right, let's get to a moment of clarity. I didn't know that was you, bruh. That's funny as hell. All right, let's get to this moment of clarity, everybody. Hopefully I got something to offer y'all this morning in the way of motivation and or inspiration. Anybody who's new, give me a thumbs up. If you're new here today. John, I ain't know that was you, man. Keep the beard and the bohemian look, man. I wish I could go more bohemian myself. I ain't know that was you, bro. Did y'all know that was him? Who knew that was the same person? Hey, Cynthia. Which one of y'all knew that was the same person? Morning, Anthony. Amber. I did not know that was the same person. All right. Oh, man. Uh-huh. All right. Ain't nobody know that was you, John. I'm over here crying because I ain't know that was you, bruh. Good morning, Amber. All right, let's get to this moment of clarity. This is the moment of clarity song. Y'all hear the strings, they go from low vibration to a higher. That's up. Woo! All the music you hear here is produced by Clair. All right, today, moment of clarity, we're going to talk about limiting beliefs. Shaking off our limiting beliefs. Shaking my limiting beliefs in the middle of all of the turmoil that is going on in our world right now. I am trying to get myself and my family on track to have a good 2023. One of the things I have to put into active practice is getting rid of my limiting beliefs. I have them and I'm sure you have them. A limiting belief is a thought that occurs again and again in my mind that holds me back from getting all that I want out of life. That's all a limiting belief is for you and I. And I'm going to read that again. A limiting belief is a thought that occurs again and again in my mind that holds me back from getting all that I want out of life. Now, one of the biggest parts of getting rid of these thoughts is to confront them head on, honestly and earnestly, to get to the root of it and get that root out of here. So, my tip this morning is to actually write down in a journal or a notebook what my negative thought is, what your negative thought is, the thing that is holding you back. In these first weeks of the year, I made a list of the things that limit me, and I talked to myself honestly about my fear. Oh, do I? Do I? I speak to myself in a healthy way about my procrastination and about my hesitation and about my laziness. And then I read it back to myself a couple of times, and then I decide to take action. The action may be something small. It may be a small step towards getting rid of that limiting belief, but it works. It's just like going to the gym. You can't run that marathon on that first day, but on day 365, you may be able to get through that marathon. Limiting beliefs are the exact same way. You have to dig them out, get to the root honestly and earnestly, approach them, and then get rid of them. A little bit at a time. It doesn't happen overnight, but little by little, bit by bit, you can get yourself out of those limiting beliefs and more into a healthy understanding of who and what you are and all that you are capable of achieving. All right? All right. I hope that helped someone this morning. That is your moment of clarity, and I bow down to the divine in each and every one of you. Namaste. That's how we do that. That's how we do that. For anybody who entered late, that was the moment of clarity. We were talking about getting rid of and shaking our limiting beliefs. A limiting belief is something that we believe in here that's not actually true, but actually holds us back. And how do we get it? Because your mind controls everything. So if you have that belief in place, it will make you stop in your tracks and not progress. How do you get rid of it? Bit by bit, a little bit at a time. Namaste, everybody. Real talk. 9:23 in the morning, Joe Clair live. And yes, Nevada, I had this on yesterday. I don't give a fuck. You got it, Jason. That's for you. That's what I'm here for, Jason. If this broadcast was able to give you a little bit of value, please tell people I'm over here every morning doing this good work, trying to be a beacon of light in these tumultuous ass times. These tumultuous ass times. Things are not getting better. They just progressively are staying horrible. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yesterday, on my show, on the DMV Zone, we talked about, I put up a post about, let's see if I have it here, whether or not schools need more school resource officers. Do we need, here we go. Check this out, y'all. We're going to talk about, let me change this music up. And for anybody that's brand new here, all this music is my music.
All right, everybody. This is a fight that happened here recently. Kid was hurt. Another kid is facing attempted murder charges. Do y'all think we need more school resource officers in schools because of this? Now, remember, we were getting rid of the school resource officers not too long ago because they were abusing the power or their authority. What do you think? Leave a comment, and we will be talking about it today on the DMV Zone.
So,
all right, everybody.
Did y'all see that? Hey, Nevada, I was just messing with you, Nevada. Everything good. So, anybody who saw that, did y'all see that video of the fight? Let me post a video of this fight. I'm gonna watch it right quick. Listen, watch this, y'all.
All right, everybody. This is a fight that happened here recently. Kid was hurt. Another kid is facing attempted murder charges. Do y'all think we need more school resource officers in schools because of this? Now remember, we were getting rid of the school resource officers not too long ago because they were abusing the power or their authority. What do you think? Leave a comment, and we will be talking about it today on the DMV Zone. All right, everybody.
A kid got slammed. Hurt his neck, had a seizure, possibly some damage to his brain. This was at a school in Spotsylvania. And we talked about it yesterday on the DMV Zone. And here's what I'm going to do. We're not going to ask a question. I'm going to give my motherfucking opinion. I'm going to state what we need. I don't know how the child is doing today, but here's what I say. This is what I said yesterday. We need a multi-pronged approach to not just violence in schools and violence with young people. We need a multi-pronged approach to violence in our country. Our country represents a great, huge portion of the violence that happens each and every day. Even in peacetime, we have a ton of violence going on in our country. Now, Rachel's World says, what does a resource officer do exactly? Basically, a resource officer is a law enforcement in the school to serve as a liaison between the school, the students, and the outside world and law enforcement coming in. Some, depending on the jurisdiction, have authority in schools. Some just serve as, I report back and I'm a liaison. Others actually have the ability to handcuff your kids. The issue is, and then a lot of people who commented on this went straight to, well, where are the parents? It's all on the parents. We were kids as well, and despite all the shit that our parents told us, we got in trouble too. For everybody on here who never got in trouble, right, which is probably two of us, all of us got in trouble or made mistakes at some point, despite the best efforts of our parents. So yes, the parents have to be involved, but I watched people who came from decent households do heinous shit. So it's not all on the parents, but the parents play a part. School law enforcement also plays a part as well, right? But there's also the societal aspect of what needs to be done. Different societies around the world teach or emphasize different things. Different societies emphasize different things and get different results. What the fuck is going on in Sweden and Denmark where they crime is this much and the people are nice and they report that they have the standard of living is through the roof. Kids don't go to school till 11 o'clock in the morning. They done by 2:30. Parents get to have 3 months of vacation throughout the year and all that kind of shit. And they don't have these problems. Tawana Lott says, I think we need these student resource officers. Discipline has changed since we were in school. I hear you. There ain't no discipline no more. Teachers used to be able to say anything to you back in the day. Now you can't say shit to these kids. My kids come home and say what Daddy, you wouldn't believe what the teacher said to me. I say, what'd he say? And I hear that shit. I be like, that's all they said? Shit, y'all, man, you got it good. So discipline has changed. And I think we do need student resource officers, but we also need a new approach. And let's not forget that this capitalist system that we have living in a capitalist system means that we have a lot of social responsibility that's really easy to shirk off. So doing unto others as you would have others do unto you is easy to get rid of when you say, oh, it's all for the money. I'm chasing the money. You feel my son? You feel what I mean? Robert Gray remembers we had a 4th grade teacher named Miss Blaylock. She had digging your ass. Miss Blaylock are actually digging students' butts and make you and embarrass the shit out of you to make you do better. She ain't never have to dig in my butt. Troy Morris says these kids today will beat the teacher up. Well, you saw the other day, the teacher whipped the student's ass. 16-year-old kid kept calling them niggas and the teacher had enough. So, I think that the United States of America's moral compass is off. Its mindfulness compass is off. And it's do unto others as you would have them do unto you is off. We don't preach it. We don't practice it. And if you watch our media is more about the drama, the news is all about the murder and mayhem. The TV shows is about murder and mayhem and our incompetencies and things and of that nature. So while I see you, D says, hey, I'm praying for healing. America doesn't realize how unhealed it is, and therefore the residents of America, it's very hard for them to heal individually. You can't continue to throw trauma onto people and say you're going to heal at the same time. I walk out of the therapist's office, and as soon as I walk out of the therapist's office, I'm back on my phone looking at the same Instagram page or YouTube page or Facebook page or Twitter account that sent me in there in the first place. We're never going to heal. Not going to heal. Now, I hate to say this, but one of the things my mother and her and my sister and my mother and my aunts used to do was talk about the lack of class. The how people did not have class and how it was progressively getting worse. You had less and less people who had some goddamn class. And if don't nobody got no class, well then, we get what we get today. So if you going to school and if you coming from a home where your mama and your daddy ain't got no class, it's easy to have money but no class. It's very, very easy to have a whole lot of things but no class whatsoever, right? So if your mama and your daddy ain't got no class, then you get to school and your teacher and all the teachers in there, 90% of the teachers ain't got no class. The people you encounter day in and day out don't got no class. You don't have any class. You don't understand decorum. You don't understand social norms that are heightened. You understand the lowest vibrational social norms. You know, if you come from a household that was always competing against the neighbors, that or either envied and coveted what the neighbors had and said it all the time, she thinks she is buying this new car, and then watch your mama go buy the new car. If you don't understand decorum and those kinds of things, we short. And I watched through the 90s, the 2000s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and so on. I watched class, decorum, grace, and all those things, things that we used to aspire to get thrown out the window. So while at one point we aspired to be Cliff and Clair. Not necessarily Bill and Felicia, but Cliff and Clair. We aspired to be James and Florida. Even though James and Florida were in the projects, they had great work ethic. They kept hope alive. They took care of their kids. They did not involve, there wasn't a bunch of drinking in the Evans household. Wasn't no drugs in the Evans household. They was just hard working trying to make it. Cliff and Clair, same thing. All that shit is gone now. Now it's just reality television. And for reality television to work, you need drama and the lowest vibrational shit you can find. Who's cheating on who stole some money, who's fighting who tossed a drink on who's gonna beat up who said what about what. That's what we are as a society. It's real easy for us to, make this a black and white thing. It's real easy for them people over there don't got no class. Them people over there don't got no class. But it's really difficult for us to look at ourselves and see what part we play in the whole thing. So them students fighting at school yesterday is a reflection of us. Those kids did not learn violence in a vacuum. Those kids didn't learn take a picture of this gruesome shit from nowhere. They learned it from us. If you're not preaching to your kid to turn that phone off, you can't tell your kids, get off goddamn Instagram, and then you go on Facebook. That because I said so shit has consequences. That was one of the things my mother never did. She always gave us a reason why. It wasn't because I said so. No, she gave us a reason why, which made her hold herself accountable. So I grew up with a parent who held herself accountable, which makes me hold myself accountable for the most part of my life. Which is why I come on here and do namaste and shit in the morning. Because the world needs more namaste. You feel what I mean? All of my family matriarchs have passed, and families are spread all over different households, and there's no structure. I mean, you got to do it, Louis. So now we are at the age where we are where our parents were. Now at 50, I'm like, I got to be the change. If I want my daughter to go out here and have the style, the grace, the class, and everything else, it's on me. It's directly on me. Now, does she have her mother? Yes, she has her mother, and it's on her mother too, and it's on her grandmother and her aunties and everybody else. So on us nowadays, Louis, we got to step up. Louis, you got to plan the family cookout. You know what I'm saying? Family reunion, you want to see it pop off? You got to do it. That's what it takes for us to be the change. So if we want to see less of these fights and shit in these schools, it goes back to the things I've been saying from the jump. We have to get in these lives. Show up to a school. Go volunteer. Go volunteer. You be amazed at what you see when kids realize that you give a damn about them and their future. How many kids will just walk away and they'll come and tell you, Mr. Joe, I was mad, I wanted to fight him and blah, 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 but I just walked away like you said. And I didn't like walking away, but, I didn't want to get in trouble neither and blah, blah, blah. Happy birthday, D. Happy birthday, D. So, we got to do these things in our households and in our families, and that's that multi-pronged approach. It's on us. If anytime we get up and we say, they need to do something about, that's you. You are they at this point in time. You have the power. You have become them. You know what I'm saying? I was like, they need to make beats more affordable. So I was like, you are they. Go make the beats yourself. I was like, they need to make some better rap music that say X, Y, and Z. So I make the music that I want to hear. They is us. And until we realize that they are us, we're going to keep getting the same results. We're going to keep getting the same results. We're going to keep being heartbroken. We're going to keep saying things like that's tragic and that's so sad and blah, 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 blah. Change got to start here. Change has to start here. Change has to start here. Like to John's point, as a parent addressing kids, I apply my grandma's principles, firm and fair. Exactly. And we have to take that on. We can't be, I'm a friend to these kids at the same time. These kids I go mentor, they know I'm not bullshitting when I come in there. No, you're not my child, but I'm going to speak to you as an authority figure. I'm going to speak to you as an adult. Now, if you in here doing kid shit, bruh, what you doing? Step out in the hall. Let me talk to you for a second. Let's get this together. You straight? Boom, let's get it in. And there you go, Alan. It all depends on your mental. And unfortunately, now here's the conundrum. Here's where the algorithm gets to win. Here's where the powers that be get a W. Unfortunately, our mental is so far gone. Alan says it all depends on your mental. Unfortunately, collectively, our mental is so far removed from class, style, grace, authority, knowledge, maturity, moving forward, advancement, and those kinds of things that collectively, we're going to keep getting the same results. And it's unfortunate. I hate to tell y'all this, but let me tell y'all what I do with my kids. I tell my kids that they are going to be the people who are going to be in charge. So they can't act like the rest of the other kids. There's a different set of standards and values that your mother and myself were given as kids that have led us to this point. Therefore, we're giving them to you. And when you get out in the world, you are going to be a boss. You are going to be in charge. You are going to be the head of something. Therefore, you can't act like everybody else. Because I see it every day. I see that what my kids have is different than the other kids. I see it. And because I've been in social services and in and around these other things for so long, I can, I'm old enough to discern, oh, okay. This kid thinks for himself. This kid does the right thing. This kid is motivated. This kid really wants it. This kid understands has some emotional intelligence. And those and this one don't. This one ain't got that. This one only cares about her mom only cared about the makeup and the lashes and the ass. And I can see it on it. And as soon as I drop my baby off at school, I see the child, who's a reflection of the parent. I'm like, damn, that's sad. So, looking at the woman I chose to procreate with, and, judging by the principles and morals I was given, my kid's going to be in charge. And if me and my wife do what we supposed to do before they get out of here, they won't never have to work for nobody but themselves. Ever. And they will always have people working for them. Real shit. That's what I'm teaching my children. It might sound crass or cold or uncaring or whatever, but I've been a worker. I don't like working for nobody. I don't like that shit at all. I don't like having a supervisor. I don't like having to answer to somebody. If anybody, I'd rather answer to an employee on a request to make us some more money. Dog, I work on the rail and I see the kids and the disrespect of parents and authority, and then I see the parents cussing their babies out in public. So I imagine what goes on in the home of these babies. Exactly. I had to tell my wife, hey, take that Baltimore, pull that Baltimore back a little bit. We ain't in the streets. These are kids. You ain't even got to talk to them like that. You understand? You ain't even got to talk to them like that. She's like, you know what? I'm right. You right. That Baltimore shit'll make you do all kinds of things. You know what I mean? So, it's 9:47 in the morning time. I know some of y'all came here for comedy, but we also need to have some of these very real and very deep discussions about the future of our children, where they're headed, and how they got there. Yeah, Monica, you know, you gotta, sometimes I be telling my wife, that's too much West Side. Some days my wife, I say, baby, that's too much West Side. You give them kids too much West Side. Slow down. Shit. You don't want her talking to your grandkids that way. Don't talk to her that way. You know what I mean? Some kids are jerks because their parents are jerks. Chasing social media instead of parenting. Trying to be the kid instead of the parent. I'm hard on my boys because they gotta lead. And you a black male? Shit, damn right, not on my watch. Exactly. My pops was hard on me, but he was my friend as well. He was my friend, but what he said went. And when he lost his shit, he lost his shit. My pops would lose his shit. Like, God damn, bro. Okay, I got it. Damn. You know, he would lose his shit. When putting your kids in position to be bosses, you want to remember, hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. The quote from a post-apocalyptic novel for G. Michael Hoff. I kind of agree, but don't, Nevada. I've heard this parable and this line before. And right where it says, hard times create strong men, and the strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. But if you are focused on a balance, sort of a holistic balance, you won't become any of those extremes. You won't be a person who has a life full of hard times, and therefore you don't have to be a person who creates a life full of just good times. If you understand what I'm getting at. My parents created, I remember a lady told my dad that he was making us soft, but her kids turned out to be some shit. My dad would take us to the museum. My dad would do shit like entertain my silly side and shit like that, even though he came from hard times, because he realized that there needed to be a balance. And my mother understood that there needed to be balanced as well. She came from an easygoing family, but she also had to be a disciplinarian. She had to put her foot down at times, and therefore there was a balance, and me and my siblings came out balanced, so that my nephews and my children and my brother's kids all understand that we are upwardly mobile, we work hard, we get shit, but we don't have this whole easy life. Even though we had nice shit, there's no easy goddamn life. We got to be strong. But life ain't as hard as the people down the street. The people down the street got a hard ass life. We not having that either. So I agree to a point, but I don't as well, Nevada. And I think when we take when we hear here's the thing. Nevada, a lot of us will pin our understanding of things on a quote that someone said without remembering the nuance of human life. You know what I mean? So I feel you. And nah. Anyway, all right, we getting out of here. It's 9:52. I forgot to tell everybody. Yeah, that balance, Nevada. That balance. We need the balance. Like I'm tough on my kids when I have to be, but I'm also the silly ass dad. And they get it. They know that dad is silly a lot of the times. And there's times where there's times when they think it's silly time. Like, you better get your ass together. Oh, you know what, you right. Time to straighten up. Then there's other times I'm like, you can relax right now. You can relax. It's not so stressful right now. You know what I mean? All right. 9:52. Don't forget, Joe Clair and Friends Comedy Show. Boom is going down Saturday night. Saturday night, bitch. Teddy Carpenter, Stacey Carver, Stiletto. This Saturday night, Bowie Center for Performance Arts. We gonna have a good ass time. Come on out. If you need something to do Saturday night, come on out to the best comedy show in Prince George's County. Hard times is necessary if you learn from it, and if you learn your lessons, it will promote balance and stability in your lives. Yes, indeed. But some people don't understand how to not be hard all the goddamn time. See, Ike made his life hard on. See, Ike thought life was always hard. Therefore, Ike fucked his life up. He didn't know how to be soft. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't understand how to just be happy. He needed a hug and a program. Anyway, yeah, Ike needed a program. Ike needed a hug and a program. And he never got either. Therefore, his shit was all funky and fucked up. What'd you say? Albert Bye-Bye Bubba Bob when I was nighttime. Actually, I bought a side. Will, your autocorrect be saying all kinds of shit, Will. There you go, Aunt Mo. You have to know better to do better. And a lot of people, I think that's the point I was getting at. A lot of people don't know better. We think they do. Because, in our minds, we think the things that we're learning in our house is the same thing they learning in their house. And their house looks nice. They drive a nice car. These people have nice clothes. But they might not be learning the same shit that you learn. They may be learning something vastly different in their household than you're learning in your household. They might not have common sense. Yeah, Ike needed a program and a hug. Yeah, so we assume that these people are like us, and then you realize this motherfucker crazy. He don't got common sense. How come he keep getting in trouble? He don't know how to listen. Oh, what I was trying to say is I bought a Saab when I was 16, And the older cat told me I could not drive it. It would get us caught up. Yup. You know what's right, Will. You know what it is, Will. Uh-huh. You know what it is, Will. Robert Gray said he was smoking boat. When was this, Rob? I ain't never smoked no boat with you. Uh-huh. And a Saab, ain't Saab spelled S-A-A-B? Is that how you spell Saab? Yeah, Will, I think Saab is spelled S-A-A-B. Oh, Ike was smoking boat. Okay. Yeah, Will, that's S-A-A-B. It's not S-A-U-B. You was watching Better Call Saul before you came on here. And then you... All right, it's time to get out of here. It's time to go, everybody. I hope everybody goes have... Yeah, I ain't never messed with that boat. For anybody who is new here, thank you so very much for tuning in. And I hope you got something of value out of this podcast, broadcast, live cast, whatever you want to call it. We are here Monday through Friday. This broadcast will be leaving, though, and going over to the ShareZo platform very, 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 very soon. I hope you come with me. I got to get out of here. I got a lot of shit to do today. I got comedians I got to pay. Ha, ha, ha. I'm so good for the game. I always put some money in a comedian's pocket. That's my job. That's my responsibility. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm getting up out of here. Y'all go have a great day. I ain't gonna say that. But I told you I got you. Alright, me and we gonna hold you down. Fuck that Rock nigga. Steady. That's how I feel about it. For real. I ain't fuck with him in the beginning. Don't cry, little mama. Fuck him, he gone. Fuck that nigga. Fuck him, he wrong. Left you with them kids and all that debt. For that whack ass bitch with all that dick on her breath. Oh no. Hold up. Stop. It's a time for success. Right. Let me twist you something up. You'll be happy he done left. Gone is the stress, cause y'all shit was a mess. This is just a test, baby, this is for the best. Now's a perfect time for you to go back to school. You need to go and do you, cause he's a fucking fool. Open up your Oprah and start making moves you've been trying to make since you met this dude. Listen, the time is gonna pass, and maybe one day you'll sit back and laugh. But fuck being mad, and fuck being sad, and fuck that 80-20 nigga with his backwards ass. Man, fuck him. For real. We gonna hold you down. This our family. Fuck that bum ass nigga. Where your son at? Don't cry, little soldier. This time he gone. This time it's real. This time he wrong. But now is the time for you to get real strong. Hard times is on their way. Them shits is real long. Like my man Yee say, it's callous forearm to palm. Your hood hit hard, you gotta help your mom. Help your little sister navigate all the bombs and all the other shit that be knocking niggas off. And do not be soft, and do not be weak, and do not get lost out there in them streets. You have an opportunity, become a king. Try to talk it out, but don't never retreat. Develop your jab, then develop some richness and some fullness in your life. Develop your laugh, then develop a whole new path. So when you grown, that shitty shit he own is gon' pass. Alright? I love you, man. For real, I got you. Gonna get you. Come over our house anytime, any weekend. Where your sister? Come here, baby. Now don't cry, little angel. Your daddy done left. You like the other little angels whose daddy's done left. But you make sure you taking care of yourself, cause your mother and your brother, they gon' need your help. So listen to your mother and say all your prayers and check up on them and make sure they saying theirs. Sit still while she wants to braid your hair. Give her all the kisses you can, let her know that you care. Be strong and bold and don't never be scared. You can do anything and you can go anywhere. Things are heavy, yeah, but every year you blossom. It's not a problem, little angel, you are rare. Young black beauty, do he see what he doing? Do he realize the only life he gon' ruin will be his? Cause the a nigga did it all wrong, it might be better that your dumb ass daddy done gone. I don't believe niggas is still doing this bum ass shit right here. But fuck him, he gone. We good. You made some mistakes, but fuck that. It's all over now. Let's move forward. Bum ass nigga. I'm just saying. You called me, right? Cause he fucked up. Let me get
Peace,
you the
y'all.
truth.
Y'all gonna have a great day.
Let's be real.
Love y'all, man.
Truth